Last winter, wasted, but this time around, there's hope. You feel the burning desire in your stomach. You want to make it pro, and there's no better time to get ahead of the competition than winter. It's getting colder, darker, it's more uncomfortable to train, to work hard. This is the time to seize the dream and never let it go, because everyone's grind falls off when it gets cold. It's too easy to not train, to stay indoors and hide from the harsh reality of winter. So by going on this winter arc, it's going to be like playing a video game on 2 times XP. Every session you do counts for double, because the competition isn't grinding. Today, I have the best daily routine for you this winter so you can make more progress than ever before and get signed to a pro academy. This isn't going to be any average routine though. This is a 90-day challenge that only the most committed will complete. So let's begin. Step 1. Eating the frog and starting the day right. Most footballers start their day by scrolling, having zero motivation to leave their bed, and this is why most fail. The best way to destroy these habits is by having a mission. When you're at your busiest, you leave all these bad habits in the past and you make more progress towards your goals than ever before. So for step 1, it's eating the frog. That means doing the hardest task first so you can start the day right. So as soon as you wake up, do not touch your phone, jump out of bed instantly and get yourself outside. Here, you need to do your first training session of the day, a 30-minute technical session. Because you have school, there's no time to go to the pitch, so do this either in your garden or on your street. As you have a big day ahead, we do not want to destroy your legs this early on, so this session shouldn't be anything crazy. Just a 30-minute technical session so you can stay sharp and build some new muscle memory. Of course, to begin with, do a quick warm-up to get some blood flow moving into the legs because we do not want to get any injuries that we could have avoided. For the specifics of this session, you should begin by doing 5 to 10 minutes of kick-ups, prioritizing feeling comfortable on the ball before trying new movements and different skills. Next, moving on to ball mastery drills. This will help you feel sharp and unlock new muscle memory. So when you head into team training or games, you're able to take perfect touches and get out of sticky situations. Finally, you should do 15 minutes of focusing on your technical weaknesses, specifically your weak foot. Most players simply can't use their weak foot, so just by simply doing this for 15 minutes a day, you will start to look so much better than the competition when you actually get into a real game. Exercises like weak foot kick-ups and sharp turns are the best for this. And if you have access to a wall, then wall passing should be a big part of your session, but because not everyone does, we will ignore it. Of course, you don't want to do the exact same training sessions every single day because then you're not going to get enough variety in your sessions and then you're not going to improve as much as you possibly could, which is why inside my program I have hundreds of technical sessions that you can do before school. So if you are serious about your winter arc, my program will be linked in the description. It's the top link, go check it out and I hope to see you inside. Step 2, freshening up for a good day ahead. Now you finish your session, it's important that you make yourself presentable. You do not want to be the kid going into school smelling bad. So here, have a cold shower and wash all that sweat off yourself. The colder the weather, the harder this will be, but this is where you become better than others. By doing hard tasks that benefit you in the long run, especially when you don't want to do them, you build discipline. I mean, that is literally the definition of discipline. Doing things that benefit your life when you don't want to. So here, just by taking a cold shower, a simple task like that, you'll be able to take that discipline that you've built into other areas in your life. For example, training, school, and even just generic daily life. And of course, the actual health benefits are also huge, improving your immune system being the best one. For me personally, I've been taking cold showers for 3 years and I've only been ill with a cold once. Now for step 3, your fuel. The reason I refer to breakfast as fuel is because breakfast is where most footballers go wrong. You should view eating as fuel to prepare yourself for the day ahead and help your body feel good. So here, you should avoid all sugary cereals like Cocoa Pops because there's no nutritional value in that. There are plenty of breakfast options to fuel yourself correctly, and that would take me far too long to just cover in this video. So for that reason, in the description, there will be a document that basically just lists all the best breakfast options, so go and check that out. But if you can, have eggs with toast. Eggs is a really good source of protein, so you can build muscle in real time after your training, and the bread is obviously a good source of carbs, so you have energy throughout the day. Step 4, school. Of course, you're primarily on your own here. However, I have 2 important tips, and the first one being actually work hard. Because similar to cold showers, if you work hard, especially when you don't feel like it in school, because of course, I completely get it. I've been to school. You walk in every morning, you don't feel like working hard, you want to mess around with your friends, but if you actually work hard, you are effectively building discipline. And like I mentioned with the cold showers, you will be able to take that into other areas of your life and areas that you actually feel are more important, like your football training. So simply by working hard in school, you'll be able to train on those days when you really don't feel like it, which is going to be huge on your winter grind, because when it's freezing cold, maybe it's even snowing, you will have a day like that and you feel like, I don't want to work, I don't want to go play football, I don't want to do that. But because you've worked hard in other areas of your life, you will have the mental discipline to be able to say, nope, I don't care, I'm gonna go and work hard and I'm gonna get this job done. And maybe over one day, that doesn't mean anything. Doing the extra one training session, of course, is not gonna be the difference maker between you being pro and not going pro. But over the course of a couple years, that could be an extra 20, an extra 30 training sessions. And that is enough to make a big difference in how good you are as a player. And the second tip is an actual physical tip, and it's simply do not sit down all day. I know it's really hard to do this because you're literally in a classroom all day, but if you sit down all day, your legs freeze up and we need to keep them loose for your rest of the day so you can actually train after school. So here, just make sure that you're actually, going for walks, going for little breaks when you switch lessons or whatever. Actually walk around, and when you have lunchtime, for example, don't sit down during lunchtime, like actually move your legs to basically just keep them loose. Otherwise, if they stiffen up, you're gonna get home after school, you're literally gonna feel like there's nothing in your legs and you've got no energy to move them. So it's really important that you don't sit down all day and make sure you're taking frequent walks. Step 5, after school. Now you have some more time on your hands, get yourself down to the pitch because we have a big session planned. Like your morning session, begin with some freestyle kick-ups as well as warming up to avoid injuries. And now you can get some more movement into your legs. So continuing on improving our technical ability, we will do cone drills for 15 minutes. This will help your dribbling just like it did as mine, as you can see on the screen right now. Two of my favorite drills are the 2 in 2 out cone drill and the ball roll. So do these 2 drills as well as adding in others. Next, move on to doing unrestricted training for 10 minutes. Here, you just want to dribble at 100% speed and pretend to beat defenders. This will help improve your fitness, intensity, and will help you take your new technical skills into a real game scenario. You can also finish with a shot here to make it even more realistic. And finally, do some position-based training for 20 minutes. I'm a left back, so here I would practice 1v1 defending, or if I had no partner, visualization jockeying, and crossing from the left-hand side. And that is your session done. Step 6, now you're home, you have a couple options. Doing some kind of gym work would be beneficial. However, doing that every single day would also be overtraining. So schedule in some gym work at least twice per week and doing exercises like the plank as well as pull-ups. This will help you body bigger players in game as well as giving you the confidence to dribble with the ball, as you know, even if you get wiped out, your body is strong and you'll be fine to continue. On days that you aren't going to work out, you should be doing some game analysis because this will improve your football IQ, which is essential for moving up the levels. One of the main things having a good football brain will actually help you improve with is your speed of play, because if you can think faster, make better decisions faster, then simply you're going to look miles better than everyone else on the pitch because you're just playing at an intensity that others cannot even handle. The best way to improve your football IQ is simply by watching your own games and reviewing them, or just literally watching football on the TV and actually, rather than just, watching it for pure entertainment purposes, looking at the player who plays in your position. So for example, me, I'm left back, say I'm watching a professional left back game, Champions League, whatever it is, I'd look at the left back and you just analyze absolutely everything that they do. On the ball, off the ball, when they're making a run, just literally everything from the most basic things like how they pass to their movement off the ball and their technique of crossing, literally everything, analyze it, because if it works in the pro game, if it works in the pro game, then of course you're going to be able to take that exactly into your own games. Simple, and you're going to be able to make decisions faster and better. And finally, for step 7, your recovery. If you want to follow this winter arc and guarantee that you get signed to a pro academy, then the simple truth is you can't be getting loads of injuries over and over again, especially avoidable ones. Because here's the thing, the whole point of this grind is so that you can work harder than everyone else, so you can train more than everyone else, so your inputs are higher than everyone else. And as a result of those inputs, your outputs will also be higher. You'll get more results on the pitch, you'll improve faster, and scouts will be noticing you. However, if you get injured, you will be watching on the sidelines at some point, and all of these, these extra training sessions that you've been putting in, it will account for literally nothing, because let's say over a month period where you don't get injured, you train more than everyone else. You're up here, and let's say you get injured at the end of that month. Someone who only trains once a week, who's down here, after that month, there'll be a next month when you're injured, they'll eventually start catching up, and their inputs, aka their literal football training sessions, they'll probably get to a similar number of training sessions that you did, and you'll just be watching injured while they continue to improve on. So here, your recovery is so important. You don't need to do anything crazy. You literally just need to do a bit of stretching and foam rolling for 20 to 30 minutes every single day, and have a hot bath after every single time you train. This will effectively just loosen you off, get rid of any of their muscle aches, and just prevent these avoidable injuries. Look, grinding football and going on this incredible journey from grassroots to signing with a pro academy is a truly incredible process, but I won't pretend it's easy. When I was younger, I had thousands of questions just like you, and you may have already asked a question on the comment section of this YouTube video, and it used to drive me insane. I would literally just be stressing, just wondering in my head, am I really on the right path? Is my training actually correct? And everything else in between that. And the truth is, it wasn't. There were hundreds of things that I was missing, and it wasn't even until I got into the professional environment did I actually learn them all. And let's be honest, firstly, it's no way to live, just constantly overthinking and stressing about your football dream. It's just not healthy at all. It's going to cause you to make bad decisions in just general life, and of course that's going to translate directly onto the pitch, and you're not going to be able to improve even if you were training in the correct way, because you just wouldn't even have that clarity in your mind, that peace of mind, knowing that you're actually doing everything you possibly can to improve your football career. And secondly, it's so silly. It literally makes absolutely no sense. I was trying to figure absolutely everything out for myself, but back then, I had no option. And I don't want you to go through the same thing, wasting valuable and precious time just training in the complete wrong way that doesn't help you improve as fast as you can, and just constantly overthinking, because that is no way to live, and thankfully, you don't have to. Because now I'm in my debut for a professional football club, I created an entire program that literally teaches footballers how to do the exact same thing that I did. From recovery to routines to the actual training specifics to the professional fitness plan to a professional diet guide. And I've even teamed up with other professional footballers inside the program, especially Alexei from Arsenal, literally Arsenal's first team, and he will teach you exactly how to do your strength and conditioning, which I mentioned previously earlier in the video. So literally everything is included, everything in between that as well. Any single question that you have will be answered inside my program. It's the entire blueprint for becoming a professional footballer, and once you're inside, all you have to do is simply follow the training that is taught inside the program and you will succeed in football. It's really that simple. So if you are interested from getting more personal help from myself and other professional footballers like Alexei from Arsenal, my coaching partner, then click the top link in the description, because that's where my program will be, and I'll see you in the next one.